What's up guys, it's Loida making this video on a question that I get frequently asked, and that is, after speaking to how many contacts or people do you usually see that you get an appointment or a hot lead? Now many times you'll probably think, man, I have to talk to 100 people in order to hopefully get a lead. And yeah, that sometimes is the case. I've noticed that for me, when I usually speak to between 50 and 70 people, I always get a decent lead. However, it's not always the case that you have to make those 50 to 100 contacts in order to find that person. There may be days where you only speak to 20 people, but you get 2 appointments. And that's something that happened to me last week. You know, the answer rate was really bad. I was getting bad numbers. I wasn't able to speak to that many people throughout the day, but the first FSBA that I spoke to got an appointment, and the first expire that I spoke to also got an appointment. So you have to focus more on the quality of the conversation than just ranking up the numbers and getting contacts, because what's the point of talking to 100 people if nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to sell, or nobody knows anybody that they can refer you to? You know, it's better to speak to a few people and get a few leads and appointments off of that than speak to a ton of people that don't get you anywhere, and then you have to do the same thing the next day to make up for it. So along with that, I also want to share with you guys a quick story. So last week I called and expired. She told me that it was a second agent that had called, and initially she told me, oh, you know what, we're going to be realistic with the same agent. And you know what, I kept on asking her questions, and I said, okay, so have you already signed the new listing agreement? And she said, no, we haven't signed the contract, but we want to hold off for about a month or so because we're completely remodeling the house. We have put new carpet, but this agent told us that we'd probably get a better price or a better offer if we change it to hardwood floors. So I was just surprised, and then I asked her, oh wow, so you guys are investing that money, taking it out, putting new hardwood floors. Now, I saw that you guys had the home on the market last year. Did you guys get any offers back then? I saw that it was 3 months that you were on there before you popped off as expired. And she told me, no, you know what, I think the market is not good right now and there aren't many buyers looking in the area. So that's why we just decided to, you know, just take a break. We're redoing the floors, and hopefully that helps. And then I just kept asking her questions, and then turns out that the property is vacant. So then I asked her, oh, well, I'm sure that if you could sell it sooner rather than later, that would be a benefit for you guys, right? Especially since the property is vacant and you guys are paying mortgage every month along with other taxes and things like that. And she was like, oh yeah, you know, it's becoming a lot. So I asked her, I said, you know, I know you mentioned that you were thinking about going back to the same agent. Would you at least be open to a second opinion that could possibly help you sell the home faster and for more money? And she said, yeah, you know what, I think we would. My husband and I would definitely at least be open to it. So then right there, I pre-qualified her, and then the next day we had an appointment. But if I hadn't continued asking questions, any other agent, perhaps after she said, oh, you know what, I'm gonna be listing with the same agent, maybe you would have hung up, or maybe you wouldn't have continued asking and see if she truly wanted to continue or how she felt about the last agent. And you know, with me, it was just like a conversation. Oh really, so has your agent given you any feedback? And it turns out that the communication that the last agent had with her was not the best, so she wasn't really happy. But because she had been working with him for so long, she kind of felt like she just wanted to continue it and not have to do anything else. So hopefully you guys do learn something from the quick story that I shared. And also, as I mentioned in the beginning, always remember that it's about the quality of the contact, not just ranking up the numbers and talking to as many people, but being able to pick out or speak to them and find out if they really perhaps know somebody that's looking to buy or sell. It's better to speak to 20 people and get 3 appointments than to speak to over 100 people and you don't have any appointments or any leads. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.